Timbalan Ketua Pengarah Kesihatan Awam yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Santari Suma Sundaram, President of the National Cancer Society of Malaysia. I really wish to give you a big round of applause as well. And of course with Dr. Murali yang berusaha Profesor Dr. Zabidi Hussein, Vice Chancellor Universiti Cyberjaya, an old friend indeed. Yang berusaha Tuan Mahapalan, Group Managing Director Cyberjaya Education Group Berhad. Yang berbahagia Datuk Haji Abdul Rashid Muhammad Sharif, the Director of Cyberjaya Education Group Berhad. Bear with me, I would really wish to make a mention of, if possible, everybody who is responsible and make this meeting a success. I wish I can have the long list. I will just be doing that. If that is what I do this morning, that will be sufficient for me. So big round of applause for all of you. Yeah. Not forgetting the adjunct Professor Dr. Subramaniam, Head of the Global Business Development, Cyberjaya Education. Of course, Yang Berusaha Associate Prof, my good friend Dr. Murali Taran Manasami, the MD, the Managing Director of National Cancer Society of Malaysia. Not forgetting Tuan Raymond Lu, this is very important, President of Liam. Yeah, thank you very much indeed for your support and your cooperation. Yang Berusaha Tuan Mark O'Dell, Ketua Pegawai Executive of Liam, the CEO of Liam. Dan I wish I could make a mention of luminaries that are around here, so many that I could see. Professor Rosmawati, my good friend from, now I've lost his name now. Yeah. Oh God. Khalid, Azrul Khalid. Yeah, only I remember your surname though. Not too bad. Forgive me for my age. Still young. Yang bagi datuk-datuk, terdatin, tuan-tuan, puan-puan yang dihormati sekalian, saya mulakan dengan mengucapkan ucapan yang mulia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Salam Malaysia Madani. Pastinya saya melafaz syukur. Yeah. I've seen so many familiar faces, so many professors around that I just could not, but to recognize all of you from this stage. Perhaps we will have further conversation later. Ya, saya melafazkan syukur dan memanjat ya setinggi-tinggi kesyukuran pada hari ini ya dapat bersama with my one and only bersama dalam program Sambutan Hari Kanser Sedunia 2024 dengan tema Together We Can Do Better. Bersama kita mampu lakukan dengan lebih baik. That will be the spirit. And for that, let us give our organizer, yeah, NCSM, MMA, yeah, Cyberjaya, semua yang terlibat menjayakan program ini. But kalau saya boleh berucap seperti mana Prof. Tan Sri Palan lebih baik, short, sharp and sweet. I like that Peter Drucker quote. Doesn't matter who is right, but what is right. Saya sedikit mau menegur mengapa 4th Februari dijadikan sambutan dan bukan peringatan. I believe we could only commemorate, kita sambut hari merdeka, kita sambut hari jadi, but sambut hari kanser is surely a misnomer. I may be wrong, but I have the right to my opinion. Let's take it from the spirit that ini adalah hari peringatan. This is a day to remember that cancer is still around and with us. And it is this, I really wish I can speak off the cuff. It is this challenge of the silent killer, the third in its rank after cardiovascular IHD, the number 1 killer, and And of course, number 2 is anything to do with the respiratory system, our COPDs and others. And then come cancer. And of course, top in women is of course breast, first male, breast, colorectal, prostate, yeah, then comes cervical. Now liver comes fourth or fifth, and of course the rest of our other disease, fatal, debilitating disease. So it's most apt, I would have thought, yeah. Sangat, let me be bilingual this morning, if not trilingual. Boleh ya? As I see many kawan-kawan daripada other nationalities. Ya, seperti mana yang disebutkan sebentar tadi, juga Prof. Alan dan juga Dr. Murali juga peringatkan saya. Today is not only a day to expect to be told and given discourses or forum on cancer, although that it's part of it, but it is more importantly to stress on the need, yeah, to in fact come together to perhaps membuat commitment to pledge our support, yeah, to ensure that cancer and being reminded of the 4th February, to be reminded of cancer is still a great challenge to humanity and to us in Malaysia. So the effort or the pledge should be together we can do better. So that is why it is in this program, in this World Cancer Day here, in Universiti of Cyberjaya has enjoined and dianjurkan oleh MCSM is for us to have a whole of society, just not the whole of government, but the whole of nation and the whole of society's approach. So that will surely entail the four aspect of just not screening, not only screening, but as well screening, treatment, and more importantly, the psychosocial and survivorship and support of cancer survivors. So itu pada saya adalah sangat penting. Dengan kata lain, closing the gap would be most pertinent. Rapatkan jurang penjagaan kanser pada saya is most apt, is the most appropriate. Ya. Dan di sini pihak kementerian, pihak kami akan sentiasa berusaha memastikan setiap individu, setiap insan, ya, that everyone akan mendapat akses kepada penjagaan kanser yang berkualiti. The challenge is on accessibility. The challenge is to gain access. And of course, as Dr. Murali pointed out, if we get every stakeholder to be involved, we could make sure that end to end, it's almost like very affordable, if not FOC, pro bono. That would be the way, the spirit of getting together, we could do better. That is what I believe, truly, yeah. That is really, truly akin to the leaving no one behind, the universal health coverage of WHO. Bagaimanapun, untuk merapatkan jurang penjagaan kanser ini, kita memerlukan kerjasama. It's always a bold statement to make, yeah, closing the gap, leaving no one behind. But the challenge is always, could we, right? In more, as alluded earlier, in an actionable, plan and items and action, kita boleh menggalas dan menggarap, to galvanize and to gembling, tenaga dan kerjasama semua pihak, the stakeholders, pemegang kepentingan, pemegang taruh, I prefer the word pemegang kepentingan daripada pemegang taruh. You're not in any, kita mau melihat all the stakeholders bekerjasama, dan this is why when I see the stakeholders of particularly the Persatuan Insurans Hayat Malaysia LIM is here, dan pihak-pihak yang lain juga bersama kita di Axios, NCSM, Cancer Fund juga bersama kita. Saya kira we are on the correct trajectory. Jadi tuan-tuan puan-puan, izinkan saya untuk quite a long speech sebenarnya. Let me just try to rangkumkan semua Jutaan manusia, insan di seluruh dunia berhadapan dengan ketidaksamaan, the gap, the kesenjangan ataupun untuk mendapat access to cancer treatment, screening and support. Ini bermakna ramai tidak dapat akses kepada pencegahan, diagnosis, perawatan dan penjagaan paliatif yang berkualiti, yang baik. Jika kita rangkumkan semua kes kematian di dunia, kanser merupakan penyebab kedua kematian. This is on the global, on the global scale, kanser adalah kedua kematian tertinggi di dunia, yang mana 10 million meninggal dunia akibat kanser every year. How many got killed? How many succumb to the pandemic of the SARS-CoV-2 virus? Was it 5? Yeah, I may be wrong, but at least in Malaysia it is 36,000 of Malaysian terkorban dalam pandemik baru-baru ini. But cancer alone throughout the world, on a yearly basis, a lifelong threat, 10 million. Let's get to the perspective of things. Infectious disease, as serious as it is when it comes, sifatnya is episodic and acute, right? Yeah, we were all on our knees when SARS-CoV-2 came, with the MCOs and whatnot. But let me remind you that insofar as the NCDs, and cancer is number 3, it is a lifelong threat. It's not coming episodically, and it's lifelong, it is chronic, it's all year round. It is not episodic and acute, but it is lifelong challenge. Jadi saya kira I'm inclined to rehatch the war on cancer, truly. And I think the WHO had it in 1971, if I'm not mistaken, way back. 1971, war on cancer. But I think it's time that we galvanize at the global, if not regional, at the regional, if not global, on a global scale, the war on cancer. And we should put all our expertise, all the resources that we have to get this preventable death of cancer. Saya tahu, if I could just bring you back to some life experience, mendapat diberitahu akan keputusan any cancer test is almost like you are, if it is positive,